This is the Chrissie Swan Show.
We're going to settle this once and for all, Jack. You know, air conditioning is a big cause of friction in relationships and friendships.
It is.
That is a fact.
Especially when you're confined to a studio with your friend for 2 hours every day.
That's right. It's always too cold or too hot. And the weird thing is, you and I always realise the same thing about the temperature at the same time. Like, we'll look up and look at each other and you'll have a fine mist of sweat. and I'm like, oh, good. It's not just me. It is too hot in here. Something happened on Friday and we have vowed to sort this out with our beautiful Chrissie Swan Show listeners. We're in the studio, you and I. All of a sudden, it feels hot, muggy, sticky. You look up, mist, aforementioned mist on forehead.
I'm an oily boy at the best of times, so then the minute it gets a little bit warm.
We lock eyes.
Yeah.
In that exchange, he's like, it is hot in here, isn't it, right? We don't even have to say it. We know. Then you say to Tom, your slave, apparently.
No, it's because Tom was standing at the door because I'd asked him to get me a Coke Zizz. And I said to Tom, before you catch my Zizz, can you please turn down the aircon? Because it is hot in here.
Yes. And I went, sorry, when it's hot, you turn up the aircon. You don't turn it down.
But on the dial in the studio, for example, I think it's generally set at 21 degrees.
Yeah.
I need Tom to turn that down because then it goes to a lower temperature. As such, the studio then goes to that lower temperature. So I'm turning down the air conditioner.
But when something isn't doing what it needs to do, music, whatever, you turn it up. Turn it up. Turn up the aircon.
I get what you're saying, but I think for this specific thing, when it comes to temperature in a studio or like in life, you just say, hey, turn down the aircon. Like if you needed the heat up.
That doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, but like if I was freezing in here, I would say, oh my God, can you turn up the aircon? Or I wouldn't say, can you turn down the aircon?
No, but you just said it my way. Because if you were freezing in there, you'd say turn up the aircon because we'd need to turn the temperature up. I've got you.
Oh, no, sorry. No, that's wrong. No. I'd say turn it down. It's too cold. Turn it down.
Yeah, right.
Do you know what I mean? It's too much. I want less of it. Down.
13 24 10. Please get on the line and weigh in on how you would say it. Would you say it how Chrissie says it? Turn up the aircon?
If it's hot in here, do you turn it up or do you turn it down?
I would say turn it down. You get a NutriBullet Flit just for chatting to us.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
You and I are fighting at the moment. We're fighting. Might need to go see a therapist.
Can you imagine you and I in therapy? I mean, that is a segment I would listen to.
We would just get carried away talking about something as we'd look over and the therapist would have that emoji face, just like wide-eyed.
Legit. And halfway through, we'd probably look at each other and decide we don't like the therapist.
Yeah. Can you please step out?
Yeah. Hey, Sally, we'll come back.
Yeah, exactly. Now, we are talking about air conditioning because, you know, we tackle all the big topics. And the other day it was hot in here and you had your mist and you said, oh, my God, it's so hot. I've got to turn the aircon
down.
And I went, if it's hot, why are you turning it down?
Because the temperature of the studio is clearly too warm, so I need that temperature to be turned down to 20.
Yeah, see, I would say, oh my God, it is so hot in here. Can you turn it up?
13 24 10. We want to know who is right and who is wrong in this situation.
Daniel, hello.
Hello.
What do you say? If it's freezing cold, do you turn it down or do you turn it up?
Okay, if it's freezing cold, you turn the aircon up. If it's boiling hot, you turn it down.
Yeah, so
but down means anyway. I'm not gonna fight with you. I'm not gonna fight with you.
Gave up halfway through that. So Daniel, you're on my side, man.
Yeah. So if you look at your car, say the car's the same as a house aircon. You have a red to your right and a blue to your left. Blue means cold, red means hot. So you turn it down or up.
Yeah. I like where you're going with that, Daniel.
I like that. Yeah, I do like that. I'm not going to change my mind, but I like it.
A NutriBullet flip is on its way to you, Daniel. Let's go to Eliza.
Oh, yes. Hello, Eliza.
Hey guys, I'm with you, Chrissy.
It might
If
be
it's boiling hot,
male or female thing, I reckon, maybe.
maybe. If it's boiling hot, we need to turn the aircon up.
But the temperature's then going up.
No,
maybe
the
it's just girl
temperature
math. I'm
isn't.
not really sure.
It feels like
Girl math.
I know what you mean. I can't quite work it out, but it feels like if you need more of something, that's generally up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
A NutriBullet flip for you, Eliza.
Hello, Chloe.
Hello, Chloe's indicator.
Well, I can hear the
Yes,
indicator.
yes.
Ah, there you are. That sounds like an old school grandfather clock. Like,
It does. It's quite satisfying, the noise.
I love it.
I like it.
So what do you do if it's freezing cold, Chloe? What are you going to say? Turn the
Yeah,
aircon.
if it's freezing cold, I say turn the aircon down. I'm with you.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So it's a male v female thing.
I got confused before when they asked me. I'm like, no. I'm with Chrissy. It's definitely.
I know.
If it's hot, I say turn it up.
Yeah, just turn. Yeah, just ouch! It's freezing. Stop it.
Yeah, you need
Less. Yes.
Chloe, a NutriBullet flip for you. NutriBullet, the #1 personal blender brand in the world. Now let's finish with Craig Swanee because I think he may have a great sort of analysis of this scenario.
Whole segment reminds me of a radio station that's probably now non-existent. They used to do a segment called "Women are from Venus." No, men are from Mars and women are from
Yeah.
Venus, or something like that. No, Battle of the Sexes.
I think a lot of shows still do that.
Well, that is terrible. Hello, Craig.
Hey, how you going?
Good. You are going to
I
sort
had a
this out.
debate I had a debate with my friends about this years ago where they kept saying the same thing that you guys are talking about. So I always reference now, turn the temperature up or down and turn the fan up or down. I have to reference which one I'm actually specifically wanting.
I love that because if Jack had said, I need to turn the temperature down.
Yes, and you would have said, I need the fan stronger, I need it to be more powerful.
Yes.
So you're differentiating between the two.
I like
mean,
this,
look,
Craig. I like it.
I don't know if it's just me, but I'm very confused and I don't even know who I am anymore after this conversation.
Okay, well, let's just take a breather and do some soul searching and self-discovery.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
We were talking last week about these the recent spate of lookalike competitions.
Yeah, my sweeping statement was lookalike contests should be illegal. They should not occur. They should not take place.
Well, because it never looks any good. You showed me some photographs of a Heath Ledger lookalike competition, which is just morbid and disrespectful
Wrong on
and awful.
so many levels.
Awful. And then the winner just looks like a plasticine version of an actor that you love.
Correct. And they win $50 cash. It's like, don't you have something better to do with your Saturday? It started in New York with Timothée Chalamet because Timothy actually rocked up to the competition. So now they're taking place all across the world.
It has actually been happening for a lot longer than that. I remember them in the 80s.
Right.
And it was like a Henry Winkler. I don't know why that name came to my mind. It's the Fawns. Out of all the people in the world, my brain just
went
suggested
there.
Henry Winkler.
Well, I'm going to bring it back to 2024.
Oh, my
Today we
God.
have been talking about
Sorry, I feel like Brenda Lee.
Barry
Yeah, keep
Keoghan
going.
a lot.
Yes.
Because him and Sabcap have split. You're thrilled. Well,
I am thrilled.
do
It's the
not
best thing.
get on a flight to LA this weekend, Swanee, because Barry Keoghan there's a lookalike contest being held on December 7. And then here in Sydney, there is a Hyde Park Jacob Elordi lookalike contest
Jacob
happening.
Elordi lookalike contest.
No, guys, if any dudes out there are listening and going, yeah, no, I reckon I look like Jacob Elordi, you don't.
But here's the thing. It never happens like that. It never happens that the sentence goes, do you know who you look like? And then you hear a name of someone impossibly beautiful next. Jacob Elordi.
Yeah.
Timothée Chalamet. Henry Winkler. It always works the other way. In fact, I just get a pit of dread in my stomach when people go, do you know who you look like? And you're just going, oh, God, this is going to be
What's going to happen?
awful.
Who do you get?
Well, for me, I get Gina Reinhardt a fair bit. And it's no offence to anybody. But after that portrait,
Yeah, that terrible portrait.
it was that looks, and the thing is, it does look like me. And so I'm like powerless to say,
No,
hey, come
yeah.
on. I have to go, yeah, I know.
They've even given her a bit of neck.
Have you ever had that? By the way, 13, 24, 10, whenever anyone says to you, hey, do you know who you look like? Do you brace yourself for the name of the person that's coming next and it's never good? Who is that person, please?
I often get Russell Tovey, who I didn't know who he was. He's a UK actor, and look, Swanee, at the screen in front of you, he's got big ears. And then if I don't get Russell Tovey, I sometimes will get...
That is interesting. That is interesting because he does look like you, but it's not the ears.
What is it?
It's the kind eyes and the way
He's got droopy eyelids like I do.
Why are you being so negative about yourself? You just said 2 negative physical attributes and you
Because-
know that you think that you're hot.
I don't think I'm hot.
You do, and you should.
I don't. There's the 2 things I would change are my big ears and my droopy eyelids, and that's exactly what he has. The other person I sometimes get is...
How do people know? How do people know by saying, "Oh, do you know who you look like?" They'll tell you
Stab
exactly.
me. Sometimes I get Lockie Neal, who plays for the Brisbane Lions. And again,
Really?
it's this. I think it's the sort of the eyes. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's people really know what my features are.
That looks like your dad a bit.
It does look like Dad.
Yeah.
And look, Lockie's a good-looking dude, but it's just I wouldn't think I look like him.
No, I don't think so either.
Russell Tovey's more offensive.
Oh, is it? I thought you were going to say Russell Tovey looks like me. I thought you were going to say that. No. Anyway, anybody ever said, gee, you look like this person, and it has nearly laid you low? You've had to go straight for the Ben & Jerry's.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
We're talking about lookalike competitions. And look, if there was a flyer around saying lookalike comp tonight at Hyde Park, Colleen McCulloch, I could be there because someone has said that to me. Someone has said, do you know who you look like? You look just like Colleen McCulloch. And I was 21 at the time and Colleen was maybe 60. So that's not a nice thing. That's not a good thing.
No.
You know, for a 21-year-old, you go, oh, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, you take a hit.
And you've got a guy who no one would have heard about, but the ears are big on him, and that's your Achilles heel.
It is. His name is Russell Tovey, and do you know how I know it's bad? Is sometimes I forget.
I love it. Sometimes, do you know how I know it's bad?
Sometimes I forget his name. So what you write? Literally, look what I have to write in. UK actor
With big ears.
Dang.
Oh my God, who's that other one?
Adam Godley.
Who's that?
Don't tell me I look like him. He's familiar.
You don't. He looks like a cross between Gollum and Leo Sayer. Anyway, you've called us 13 24 10. What is the name that follows that fateful sentence? Do you know who you look like? Hello, Mel.
Hi, Chrissie, from one bigger girl going down to another. I'm so proud of you. But I got told in my early 20s I look like Lisa Curry-Kenny all the time, and she was much older.
Yeah, but hot.
Hot, yeah.
Not hot, but yeah, she was way older. So as an early 20s, I was quite, listen.
Was
that's not what I
she
look like.
as old as Colleen McCulloch?
No, you got that.
Mel, we're going to
Got
send you
that.
a Smart Sense blender combo from Nutribullet, the #1 personal blender in the world.
You will love that. Rachel, hello.
Hi.
Ray, who do people say you look like?
Okay, it is Chappelle Corby.
Oh my God, I'm so jealous. How often do you get it?
Oh, I've got it a lot over time. Yeah, a lot.
Do you know it's coming when people give you a certain look and then their eyes sort of narrow and then they go, do you know who you look like? Do you know what's coming?
I often do think it, yeah.
And is that bad for you? Like, do you not like that? I would love that.
Yeah, well, I always thought she was quite beautiful.
She's so beautiful.
Yeah, hey, I wonder if she's still making those resin clocks. Remember that's what she was doing?
Time goes by. Yes. So slowly.
Rachel, a Smart Sense blender combo from Nutribullet for you.
Leanne,
When
are you
you're
there?
having when you're having a bad day, the last thing you want to hear is, "Oh, you look a bit like that comedian, Ross Noble."
That's grim.
Yeah, school photo day, pouring rain. My hair is quite long. Someone said, "Oh my God, you look like Hagrid." I was allowed to have a reason day.
Leanne, they are too.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Hagrid and I love Ross
Same.
Noble, but no.
But I'm not a boy.
And how did you deal with that?
Well, the Ross Noble one, I was crook as anything. just come out of hospital and I'd met people and they're like, oh, my God, you look like that comedian we were just watching. I'm like, yeah, thanks, heaps. Make me feel so much worse.
And who says that as well?
I know.
Like, this is what I want to know. At what point do you think, oh, gosh, she looks like Ross Noble, and then it comes out of your mouth? At that point, you got to go, no, I'm not going to say that.
Unless they're drunk, because sometimes I say things when I'm intoxicated and, you lose the filter.
Yes,
Are they
I
sometimes
know.
intoxicated, Leanne?
Oh, the best part was my friend's face after it came out of her mouth.
Really?
Oh,
She
she
realised.
realised.
She looked like one of those clowns at a carnival. Her mouth was so open.
A Smart Sense blender combo from NutriBullet for you as well, Leanne.
Hey, Neff.
Hi.
Hi.
I get Renee Zellweger, but only when she's playing Bridget Jones.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So meaning on the heavier side. Thanks.
Oh, no. Renee. Okay, so here's the thing. You have believed the lies that you were told back then.
I know, she's not even heavy.
Now check this out.
The Chrissie Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.